It appears the honeymoon between Meghan Markle and Netflix is well and truly over. According to inside sources, Netflix's co-CEO Ted Sarandos is livid over the embarrassing flop of Meghan with Love, the Duchess of Sussex's latest attempt at reclaiming public affection and relevance through streaming content. What was marketed as a heartfelt series showcasing compassion and impact has instead become a talking point for all the wrong reasons. The project, described by critics as tone-deaf, contrived, and delusional, has left Sarandos red-faced in executive meetings, with reports suggesting he lashed out during a recent internal call, calling the show a big failure. Let's call it what it is. Meghan with Love wasn't a documentary, it was a vanity project, and a deeply narcissistic one at that. Packed with staged moments, heavy-handed narration, and a dizzying number of wardrobe changes, the series attempted to reframe Meghan Markle as a global humanitarian and cultural icon. But viewers saw through it. Audiences criticized the series as self-indulgent, performative, and painfully disconnected from reality. Despite Netflix pouring millions into production and marketing, the show failed to make it into the platform's global top 10 in the first week, a critical benchmark for original programming. In a media environment saturated with compelling, authentic content, with Love landed with a thud. Even some of Meghan's past supporters questioned her sincerity, with one former royal correspondent saying the show wasn't about impact, it was about image repair. Ted Sarandos, who championed the multi-million-dollar deal with the Sussexes, has reportedly grown increasingly frustrated with the lack of results. After the couple's initial docuseries, Harry and Meghan, drew in strong viewership despite mixed reviews, there was hope that the duo could develop into creative powerhouses. But 2 years in, Netflix has little to show beyond one bombshell-laden documentary and a cancelled animated series, Pearl, which never even saw the light of day. The failure of With Love has put Sarandos under pressure from shareholders and executives, especially as Netflix continues its aggressive content competition with Disney, Amazon, and Apple TV+. According to a former Netflix insider, there's no way Ted wasn't angry. This project was supposed to deliver a win. Instead, it embarrassed the platform. Meghan was handed everything: creative control, budget freedom, a powerful platform, and still blew it. Media outlets and TV critics haven't held back. The Daily Telegraph called the show emotionally manipulative and egocentric, while The Guardian described it as a masterclass in image management disguised as philanthropy. Even more neutral publications struggled to find positive angles, often highlighting the lack of tangible outcomes from the initiatives shown on screen. Meanwhile, on social media, audiences were even harsher. Clips from the show have gone viral not for their emotional impact but for their awkwardness. One particularly cringe-worthy moment where Meghan comforts a child with a camera-ready glance and polished delivery became meme fodder almost instantly. Twitter and TikTok users blasted her for being disconnected from the real struggles she claimed to be highlighting. This isn't Meghan's first brush with criticism over her post-royal career. Since stepping down from senior royal duties in 2020, Meghan has struggled to deliver on the lofty promises she and Prince Harry made about their new chapter. While they've inked high-profile deals with Spotify, Netflix, and Penguin Random House, the results have been at best mixed. Spotify famously cut ties with the Sussexes after just one season of Meghan's Archetypes podcast, reportedly citing a lack of consistent output and internal friction. One Spotify executive even publicly called them grifters, a damning label that went viral. The couple's children's book and other publishing endeavors have received tepid reviews and underwhelming sales. Now, with Love failing to resonate, the narrative is shifting. Meghan Markle, once heralded as a fresh, modern voice on the global stage, is being recast by many as a carefully managed brand more concerned with optics than substance. As Netflix pivots toward proven creators and franchises, it's unclear what the future holds for Meghan and Harry on the platform. Insiders claim their content output is under review, with executives less willing to fund unproven or experimental ventures from the couple. It's even rumored that future projects will face stricter creative oversight, a sharp departure from the hands-off approach that led to With Love. For Sarandos, whose reputation is staked on backing talent and vision, the backlash is more than just disappointing, it's reputationally damaging. One analyst put it bluntly: Ted bet big on Meghan, and she delivered a dud. The unraveling of Meghan with Love is more than just a failed project, it's a cautionary tale about the risks of celebrity content and the fine line between storytelling and self-promotion. As Netflix scrambles to recalibrate its approach, Meghan Markle finds herself facing an inconvenient truth. Audiences aren't buying what she's selling anymore. And Ted Sarandos? He may not be buying it again either. In the wake of With Love's failure, the broader industry is beginning to ask a serious question. Is the Sussex brand collapsing under the weight of its own hype? For years, Meghan Markle has tried to straddle the worlds of royalty, activism, and Hollywood stardom, but her latest project makes it clear that audiences are no longer enchanted by polished speeches and curated empathy. People want authenticity, not carefully lit photo ops wrapped in pseudo-philanthropy. Internally, Netflix is said to be quietly shifting focus away from star-powered, prestige content that doesn't perform. With looming competition from Apple TV Plus and Amazon Prime, executives are less interested in celebrity associations and more focused on proven engagement. Meghan's failure to deliver on that metric may spell the end of Netflix's royal experiment. Even Meghan's closest allies seem muted in their support this time around. Her once devoted media advocates are silent, or worse, critical. The truth is, you can only repackage the same narrative so many times before the audience tunes out. In Meghan's case, that moment may have already passed. And for Ted Sarandos, who once backed her as Netflix's next big thing, the silence from viewers is the loudest and most expensive message of all.